let's use Simpson's rule to approximate this integral. Now, notice I wiped out evaluate and I replaced it with approximate because Simpson's rule just gives you an approximation. So let's work out all the stuff we need. Our delta x in this case is b minus a over n. So that means it's 4 over 10 or 2/5. And 2/5, I'm going to write that as 0.4 because 2 over 5, it gives us an exact decimal, not one with repeating numbers. Our delta x over 3 then is going to be 2 over 15. And I'm going to just leave that as 2 over 15 because if you try to convert that to a decimal, it's going to repeat. 2 over 15 is, ends in an infinite line of 3's. So I'm going to leave it like that. So what are our different x values going to be? Well, x0 is going to be 0 from here. x1 is going to be 0 plus 0.4. And we're going to keep adding 0.4 onto these until we get down to the end. Our very last one, x10, should be 4. So let's go ahead and put that much into the spreadsheet. All right, so first up, I'm going to call this I, just for my number of rectangles. Or not rectangles. I call them rectangles sometimes, but they're not rectangles because they've got a curve across the top instead of just a line. So let's see, 0 equals 1 plus that. So go down to 10. All right, now we need our x sub i's. The first one we said was going to be 0. And then we're going to add 0.4 onto these. So if all my calculations are correct, this last one should be 4, and sure enough it is. All right, now we need to evaluate the function f of x at each one of these xi's. And our function in this case is cosine of square root of x. So this is equal to cosine of square root of this number. 2 close parentheses, and we get that. Paste that down. So we get that. All right, now we've got to put our multipliers in. There are 1 and then 4's and 2's alternating. So you get to the end, the last one's a 1. And now we'll multiply these two guys together. This times this. Let's see. Let me do that again. I want to make clear what I'm doing. This is equal to this number times this number. Then I'm going to copy that and paste it down. And now, this is the big sum that's inside the parentheses. We've got to add these together using the sum formula, and then we'll multiply it by the delta x over 3. So this is the sum of this. And then we'll take our approximation is going to be equal to 2 over 15 times, this number. So that gives me 0.08 or 0.8048 and so on. So that's our approximation of this integral using Simpson's rule.